What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Doge to BTC. We will also be checking out a very important and interesting article discussing why Binance reveals surge in huge Bitcoin and crypto trades. We'll also be going into current events relative to XRP, Litecoin, etc. at the end of today's episode. We're going to be doing a lot of in-depth analysis as to why Litecoin's price is doing exactly what we were talking about in yesterday's live stream, as well as discussing where we, are going to see the market move to. Otherwise, guys, let's jump into today's episode. Now, guys, we're on the current coin market cap, and if you're new to the channel or haven't yet subscribed, I highly recommend you do so. Make sure to turn on post notifications as well as leave a giant thumbs up. This way you don't miss out on any content, and this way you guys can be entered in the giveaway for $100 of free cryptocurrency when we hit 10,000 subscribers, which will probably be next month. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, guys, we're on the current coin market cap. I did refresh the page, and we have a Bitcoin dominance of 51.9, so slightly lower than yesterday. 24-hour volume of 46.1, which is very nice, and we have a market cap of 179 billion, so slightly higher than yesterday as well. So we're seeing money move into the exchanges, and you can see out of these top 10 cryptos that majority are doing quite well. Now, there's a couple of things I want to take note of. 2, 3, 4. So we're about 50-50. 5 out of the 10 are in green out of the top 10 cryptos, and the other 5 are in red. Now, the ones that are in green are really not up by much except for Binance Coin. Now, I've been discussing Binance Coin with you guys the past couple of days. I've mentioned it. I haven't discussed it in depth, but I've been mentioning it because it keeps, moving up. It's now almost $25 when the last time I viewed it, which is like yesterday, it was like $20. So the fact that it's up 14% today is absolutely wild. It's probably going to end up being the coin we review for next week because of how interesting and explosive Binance Coin is. Now creeping up as number 7 out of the top 10 blue chip cryptocurrencies, which is absolutely wild. Another thing to take note of is Litecoin just finally beat out EOS and took the number 5 position. We're just ever so slightly behind Bitcoin Cash. So when we start to see Bitcoin Cash settle off, Litecoin should replace that quite easily. We have more than double the volume, though, of Bitcoin Cash, which is pretty wild. But for the most part, markets are kind of in the middle right now, but they are swinging more towards the upside, so it's nothing, too bad. We're going to stick the current events at the end of today's episode, so if you guys did want to help support the channel, definitely make sure to check out ABRA Exchange. They're an awesome exchange, and they're doing a pretty awesome promotion right now. For the first people who subscribe or who sign up to the app, they will send them a free $25 of Bitcoin upon your first sign up and your first $5 deposit from a bank account. We've had over 150 people help support the channel, and they've all received their $25 of free Bitcoin, so it's super easy. The instructions are down below in the description, second link. So otherwise, let's move on to the charts for today, and then we'll wrap things up with obviously the current events. So we were discussing yesterday's video. Some very interesting stuff is going on. Now, the way this chart looks, it's like almost like I can just shimmy this purple uptrend a slight bit higher, and that will pretty much be the market. Literally, it's almost like if I just went like this, that's how it should look. And honestly, I might just leave it like that because that looks beautiful. Versus, let's see how that affected these. No, that still looks pretty okay, actually. I feel like if we just shimmied this down a little bit, it may actually be a perfect match. Bam, just like that. So now we have, right here, we have numerous trends. I just want to show you guys how, prominent this uptrend is. So we have 1, 2, 3 confirmations, 1, 2, 3 resistance. We have tons of resistance over here, and now as we scroll up to the top, you can see where this uptrend is now taking place, and then bam, we're coming into contact with it once again. So here's the awesome part. So we saw a couple days ago this massive uptrend, this massive spike where we literally exploded out of this, resistance level, shot up to $100, slowly started to trade downwards. We're finally breaking out of this downtrend with enough volume to push us higher. Now we look beautiful on the RSI. 59 is a beautiful position to be in, not 90 where we were overbought. Currently 59 gives us plenty of room to take off to the upside. Now the fact that we finally caught back with our ascending wedge is beautiful. It's unfortunate. It's okay that we're not in between it like we were for the past couple of weeks, but we're now using the top of it as a support to slowly guide us higher up. So, honestly, by the looks of it, $90 doesn't seem that unreasonable. $100 for Litecoin does not seem that unreasonable. I definitely can see by the end of April easily a $90 Litecoin. That's definitely a possibility. Not only did we break $80 resistance, we're probably not going to head back down to $80 for maybe a couple more days. We have, I want to say 2 or 3 more days where it is possible to test $80. But once those 2 or 3 days pass, next weekend or next week, we should slowly start to use the top of this purple uptrend to climb up. So I put in my 10%. I'm okay. I'm comfortable. I'm sitting happy. Honestly, I might actually put in a little more now that we broke bullish from this $80 resistance. And we may actually start to climb up higher. Easily $90 is definitely a possibility later on in the next week or two. So Litecoin is looking honestly beautiful. I want to check out the 4-hour really quick. 4-hour we look okay too. You can see what exactly is going on here. So you can see obviously we have the purple uptrend. We have the high-low middle moving averages coming in. We have that death cross, that red band crossing over the green. We have a resistance at $80, and then we have the downtrend here. So there's a shit ton of, congestion right here. And we finally broke bullish out of that. So honestly, sky's the limit right now. Currently, we're nowhere near overbought yet. 57 looks beautiful. We're most likely just going to, slowly climb up and trade up. So expect $88, $90 Litecoin within the next week or two. That's my opinion on it. That's where I think I'm going. So I'm going to be making some good profits this weekend. Otherwise, moving on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks okay. Very interesting pattern. I think it needs to consolidate more. Litecoin looks better to invest in than Bitcoin because Bitcoin is nearing overbought on its daily, which is not something I want to invest money in. That's too risky. I don't think it's going to go much higher. Obviously, it can. I'd say it has a cap at $5,500. I cannot see Bitcoin breaking $5,500 in the next couple of days. It's probably going to have to consolidate down further. Sideways trading, pull back down to its high-low middle moving averages, but being near overbought, there's really no room to go that far up. And the fact that there's a resistance at 5,500 with, there being an overbought line, I don't see it going up that high. So $5,500 is a cap on here. I'm not investing into Bitcoin this very second. I'll let you know when I do. Ethereum, very similar. The only difference is its RSI is much lower at 60 compared to Bitcoin's RSI being overbought. The prices are very similar. The prices movements are very similar, but the RSI shows a different story. Honestly, Ethereum just needs to consolidate out. There's really no definitive pattern that Ethereum is making. So truthfully, the only thing I need to, see it do is something like this. So once we start to test this purple uptrend, that's when I'll buy in, and then we'll ride it up like that, easily to $200. But consolidation is definitely needed for Ethereum as well. As for Doge, we're going to be wrapping things up with Doge on Sunday. We'll probably switch over to Binance Coin on Monday because it does seem to be pretty, hype. But otherwise, for Doge, those of you who are new, Doge has a beautiful symmetrical triangle forming on its weekly. Trading out sideways where you're retesting the bottom of this downtrend. Truthfully, I'm waiting to see us retest down here once again. And I believe once we hit this purple line, we might actually spike back up about halfway before consolidating back down. So truthfully, once I see this price retest here, that's when I'm probably going to start buying back into it. And then I'm going to ride that wave up and profit, take out about halfway, playing it conservative. But you can see Doge has a very similar pattern. We just shot up and we fell. That's what just happened right here. Now we're looking for a pull to the upside, another pull to the upside, and then consolidation back down. Obviously, we're coming very close to the end of the symmetrical triangle, so we're really looking for basically we're not going to see much higher swings anymore, but until we close the symmetrical triangle, then we might see some bigger moves. Otherwise, to wrap up today's episode, we have a bunch of important crypto-related news to discuss. So Binance reveals surge in huge Bitcoin and crypto trades, as well as some XRP and Litecoin, discussions or updates. So the CFO of leading crypto exchange Binance says the company's over-the-counter OTC trading volume is surging, which we're all well aware of. Wazoo told Decrypt that Bitcoin's recent rise above 5,000 triggered a major uptick. The exchange's OTC volume has been rising throughout 2019 and helped power a significant boost in the company's first quarter revenue, which jumped 66%, which is a total of $78 million, which is insane and incredible. It says, and I quote, "Last month we saw a lot more volume than, say, 3 months ago. This was mainly due to the increase in price of Bitcoin and altcoins over the past few months. We've witnessed more trading activity and demand." Every trade on the company's OTC platform must be worth at least 20 Bitcoin, which is valued at more than $104,000 at time of writing. So that's absolutely phenomenal. Crazy to see that Binance, that may be a coin, to have in my portfolio. I may have to add that in for, maybe the next year, hold on to it long term. Otherwise, in terms of Ripple and XRP, for those of you who are big fans of that, the CEO of the social trading platform eToro is reiterating his company's interest in becoming XRapid partner. In a new tweet, Yanni Asia says he has discussed the XRP-based cross-border payment solution and the importance of banks in the digital economy with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Lastly, as for Litecoin updates, the number of nodes powering Litecoin's Lightning Network has nearly doubled since January. According to Lightning Tracker 1ML, there are now 184 nodes up and running on the network, up from 100 4 months ago. The network capacity is also growing at a rapid rate. At the start of the year, Litecoin's LN could power just 26 Litecoins, a number that has now grown to more than 302 Litecoins. So some pretty awesome stuff is happening within the crypto market. I think 2019 is going to be a huge year for cryptocurrency. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, give away at 10,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.